What is up, y'all? What is up, y'all? So we got the final data download of part 1, but first I want to talk about the Seahawks win. Fuck the Patriots. Fuck the Patriots. I hate the Patriots. Man, oh my god, man, CJ Stroud, bro. Oh, you're trolling, bro. The Texans would have won. The Texans would have won, bro. They would have won if CJ Stroud didn't fuck up during the fucking Patriots game. But thank God the Seahawks spanked the fucking Patriots, spanked them. Ooh, spanked the fuck out of them, bro. They kind of like, I was so scared of another fourth quarter collapse. I thought we are gonna look like the fucking Falcons again. I thought Drake May was gonna turn into Tom Brady and bring it back just like the Falcons, bro. I really thought he was about to bring it back just like Tom Brady did against the Falcons, but he didn't, bro. God fucking bless. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's talk about this new data download, which only added the 3 Tamagami awakenings, which pretty disappointing. I'm pretty sure everybody was expecting some EZAs here. Before we get to Tamagami, let's talk about like what I kind of wish they did. I kind of wish so this celebration is heavy on like Goku and Vegeta family. So I think it is a good bet if we look at Extreme Z Awakenings that are a part of Goku family. So since it is a Goku and Vegeta celebration, I don't think this Frieza would be Extreme Z Awakening right now. I don't think he's gonna be EZAing right now. I could definitely see him EZAing during like a RLF Resurrection of Frieza, like celebration, maybe like a Namek Saga celebration, or maybe like a GT villains type celebration, you know, stuff that Frieza has been in. So I don't really see this Frieza EZAing during this celebration. Saiyan Saga Goku and Piccolo and Tapion, I don't think these guys are gonna be Extreme Z Awakening either. I think they're waiting for a Saiyan Saga type celebration for these guys, or a movie celebration. I think this is from the movie, right? This is from the first Dragon Ball movie, if I remember correctly. I don't think this is the Saiyan Saga. This is from the movie. This is a movie, so I'm pretty sure these guys would Extreme Z Awakening during some type of movie celebration. This celebration is heavy on Goku and Vegeta, so I don't think it's gonna be any of those. We could oh man, a Raditz Extreme Z Awakening right now, but I don't really see Raditz, even though he is Goku family. Is he Goku family? Is Raditz on? I think Raditz is on Goku family, right? He's on Goku family, right? Let's see. Raditz. He is on Goku family, right? Yes, he is. Okay. Just making sure, because you know the Dokkan is kind of weird with the categories, so I could definitely see Raditz Extreme Z Awakening. Majin Vegeta could Extreme Z Awaken. Gohan and Goku could Extreme Z Awaken right here. Pan could 100% Extreme Z Awaken as well. She could be like a good like unit for the Super Saiyan 4 duo team. We also have Bardock. I'm just listing off like Goku family, so I don't think we're gonna see any of these guys Extreme Z Awakening, the Cooler, the Super Saiyans. I predict that the GDC this year will be heavy on like it's gonna be heavy on Super Saiyan 1s. I'm pretty sure GDC this year will be Namek Saga and Cooler movie celebration. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be what it is gonna be. Namek Saga part 1 and then Cooler movie part 2. I believe that's gonna be GDC of this year. So anyways, and then 2023 they just Extreme Z Awakened these 2 characters, the Kai Goku and the Z Gohan. So we could definitely see a bunch of Extreme Z Awakenings right here. We could see the World Tournament Goku, which I don't think World Tournament to Goku is going to be Extreme Z Awakening right now. We have the Turles movie Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Trunks, The blue duo, I don't think the blue duo is gonna Extreme Z awaken here. I don't think this Trunks is gonna awaken. I don't think the future Gohan is gonna be awakening here. Now I know this is a Goku and Vegeta celebration, but if they really wanted to, they could just throw out the androids and Ribrianne EZAs right now. But I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna wait for a Universe Survival Saga celebration for these guys right here. But I could definitely see Android 17 and 18 Extreme Z awakening for the blue Goku and Vegeta. Well, not blue Goku and Vegeta, for the UI Goku and blue Vegeta. Definitely I could see them Extreme Z awakening this guy. Though I don't really see any like Universe Survival Saga like superhero type characters that would Extreme Z awakening. Definitely a bunch of like Goku and Vegeta family. I would definitely love to see the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Extreme Z awakening. I would love to see the Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku to Extreme Z awaken. He'll be very good next to the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Goku. Looking at the Extreme Z awakenings here, we're looking at the black and white ones. I don't think anybody from 2016 is gonna be Extreme Z awakening here. Doesn't look too much like it. 2016, we definitely have a bunch of contenders here. The Tech Gogeta. The Tech Gogeta will work very, very nice next to the Super Saiyan 4s. Is this a blue Vegeta? I'm not too familiar. I apologize, but I am not too familiar with the older Dokkan Fest units because I wasn't around during this time. I started playing around this time, like right here. I started playing when this guy came out. When Android 17 and 18 came out, that's when I started playing. I think God Goku already came out. I remember it was like the global schedule. I forgot how the global schedule was, but it was like this guy came out. I'm pretty sure Goku is already out, Bulma is already out, God Goku is already out. So I'm pretty sure these guys are like already out on global, on JP, but not on global, because the whole like global, like before the sync, it was kind of crazy. Before the sync, it was really, really crazy. So around the time that Android 17 and 18, oh not 17, 18, Android 17 and Hellfighter 17, I started playing when they came out on global. So I'm really unfamiliar with a bunch of these Dokkan Fests. So it's black and white, so I'm not really sure on the typing. I'm not really like 100% confident on the typing. I think this is like a Tech Hercule. I think this is like a physical Gotenks. So I'm not too I don't really know the typings by heart right now for the older Dokkan Fest. So I'm pretty sure we could see the Tech Gogeta Extreme Z awaken. We could see blue Vegeta Extreme Z awaken. This UI Goku could definitely see him awakening. I think this UI Goku, I've heard stories about how he came out literally the day that UI Goku like was revealed. So I'm really excited to see him Extreme Z awaken, a Super Extreme Z awaken. And I'm not gonna touch any years that they haven't actually. Oh man, they Extreme Z awaken all the way to 2020 actually. They skipped all the way to 2020. I don't think they're gonna Extreme Z awaken any of these LRs though. I think the LR Goku Black was just an exception because he was a free to play. I don't really think they're gonna be touching any of these characters anytime soon, since these are pretty recent Extreme Z awakenings. Like the UI Goku, he Extreme Z awakened during what, the 8th or 9th anniversary, something like that. I think the 9th anniversary, right? That UI Goku Extreme Z awakened during the 9th anniversary. Same with these, the Evil Ken, the Evolution Kaioken, Evil Ken as they call it. The Ultimate Gohan, just extreme, like these guys all like recently Extreme Z awakened. So I don't think that these guys are gonna super easy anytime soon here. This Frieza still hasn't even easy yet. So 2019, I don't think they're gonna touch anything from 2019 either. If they really wanted to go hard, they would have the 2 Super Saiyan 4 Super Easy right here. But in terms of super EZA, I'm looking for units that would benefit the UI Goku and the evolution of Vegeta. As I look here, I'm not really sure if I see anything in particular. The Tech Frieza and Goku could super Extreme Z Awaken. That would be very, very, very cool if these guys could super EZA to help out the new Universe Survival Saga units. But though they're not Goku family or Vegeta family, they could super EZA this Super Saiyan 4 right here. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I'm not sure what the typing is. I forgot. Was that a tech? Was he a tech? I think that's a tech one. I think this Vegeta's like an int. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can see this Vegeta Extreme Z Awakening, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Extreme Z Awakening, and then we go back to 2017. As I'm looking through, the only units I can really see is this int UI. The int UI would be very, very, very nice to have. There's no like blue Vegeta, so I guess the first blue Vegeta right here could Extreme Z Awaken. I'm trying to look. I think Gogeta is gonna awaken, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But yeah, the more I look, it's like I don't really think anybody else would be Extreme Z Awakening. Those are my picks. So Blue Vegeta, Int Goku, I would say those are like, as far as Super EZAs, they would be number one. This Int UI Goku would be my number one Super EZA right now. My next one would probably be the Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here. Out of this page, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, maybe this Blue Vegeta in the right corner. That's about it. Next page. In 2019, a bunch of these units just Extreme Z Awakened as well. Some of these units haven't even Extreme Z Awakened yet. So I think did he Extreme Z Awaken? Wait, did everybody Extreme Z Awaken already? Okay, I think so actually. Yeah, I think so actually. I was wrong about that, but yeah. On this page, can I see anybody super EZing? Probably the Super Saiyan 4 LRs, and I don't really see anybody else because I'm really looking for like specifically like TOP or super characters. This Kaioken Goku, I guess, but some of these characters are fairly new. Kaioken Goku, that'll be too recent, I think. And yeah, I think a lot of these EZAs are too new, so. And then right here, definitely Super Saiyan 4 Goku would be a good pick. Majin Vegeta would be a good pick. I don't know. They have like a bunch of characters. I think for sure the Tech Pan. I think Tech Pan 100% is getting Extreme Z Awakening. That's like a small one. Like as far as like major Extreme Z Awakenings, I could only see the Super Saiyan 4 Goku or the Int EY. Those are the only two Extreme Z Awakenings I could see. So there we go. Those are my predictions for who's going to EZA. Very unfortunate that we're not getting any EZA this weekend or this week. This is going to be somewhat of a, not a dry week, but it's like we're just going to be using the same characters, which I think is kind of boring using the same characters over and over again. Since GDC, I've been using like the Super Saiyan 4 team, and I've been kind of getting kind of bored. So I hope that with the new Daima characters, like it's been a fresh breath, a fresh good air. So you know, a breath of fresh air. So you know, there are those are my predictions for the Extreme Z Awakenings into Super Saiyan 4, the UI Goku in UI. So yeah. Now on to the Tamagamis. I'm gonna just go through this very, very, very quickly because these are free-to-play characters. And free-to-play characters tend to not be the greatest, but they are anniversary free-to-play characters, so we'll see if they are very good. So leads Daima 50%, sure. Greatly raises defense, greatly raises attack for 1. Do these guys stack? Are these guys stacking? So it looks like Tamagami 1 is stacking defense. I might need to look in game. We could take a look in game really quickly and see how it is typed out. We'll just go like this. This is the super attack effect. Rising Bird. Oh no, this Tamagami number 1. I need to look at Tamagami number 1. Let's check this in game really quick. Tamagami number 1 is in AGL type. I mean, Tamagami number 1 greatly raises defense. Greatly raises. Okay, so he is stacking defense. The activation condition for its EX is when the first attack in the turn is super attack with 12 or more key, 50% chance to become a EX super. So 50% chance to become an EX super. A super attack is greatly raised attack for 1 turn. That's so you have to get the EX super. That's not looking good since it's 50%. You're gonna miss this a lot. So I don't really think him stacking his super attack, it should have been just like a regular raised defense right here, and then this could be greatly raised. So if you don't hit the EX super attacks, this Tamagami is going to be looking pretty weak. So let's look at the passive. Attack plus 321%, defense plus 123%, high 50% chance of crit, 15% damage reduction, all allies defense plus 40%, plus an additional 30% for 2 turns for characters who belong to the Daima category. So he gives Daima characters 70% defense for 2 turns, and all allies 40% for 2 turns, which is a very good support there. Per Daima category ally attacking the same turn, attacking defense plus 123%, chance of performing a crit, and damage reduction rate plus 10%. For 4 turns from the character's entry turn, damage reduction rate plus 20% plus an additional 20% rate before attacking. Starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, key plus 12, attack and defense plus 123%, and then randomly changes int or physical or key spheres to rainbow. When attacking, attack plus 123%. When attacking as the first attacker in a turn, attack and defense plus 123%, and launches an additional super attack for 7 turns. When receiving an attack, defense plus 123%. And when there's a Dragon Ball Seekers or Daima category ally in the turn, key plus 2, and attack and defense plus 123%. So he has a bunch of damage struck. He has 15, 25, 45, 65. So 65% damage reduction, 50% crit, 70%. Oh no, this is per. So 30%. So this is 30, 50, 60, 70, 85% damage reduction. So he has 85% damage reduction. He has 80% crit, so you don't need to put crit on him. I guess you could put additionals on him, but I don't think additionals would do anything because it just raises attack for 1 turn. Honestly, I would build this guy full dodge. I would definitely build him full dodge. Definitely. As first attacker in the turn. He has a bunch of stats. For here, 123, 123, 123, 123. Has a bunch of stats. He's stacking defense, so hopefully this guy can look like a defensive monster. In fighter, tough as nails, gentleman, shocking speed, loyalty, cold judgment, shattering the limit. Not the best link skill and not the best categories either. Daima, storage figures, demonic power, and mission execution. Are these guys all the same? Mission execution, storage figures, demonic power, and Daima. So all Tamagamis have the same categories. And do they all have the same link skills? Infighter, tough as nails, gentleman, shocking speed, loyalty, cold judgment, shine. They all have the same link skills. So if you put them next to each other, they're gonna have all their links up, which is very nice. I'm not sure if this is the greatest unit. It is a free-to-play unit, so not having guard, not having any dodge. This Tamagami might be struggling a little bit with just damage reduction, so we'll see how he is in game. Hopefully his stats are like super buff, so he has good damage reduction, but it looks like this guy is a nothing burger. Even with this long ass passive, it looks like this guy's like a nothing burger. Next up to Tamagami number 2. I want to go in order. Mission execution. EX super attack raises attack and defense for 1 turn and causes mega colossal damage to enemies. Raises attack and defense by 30% in battle. Does this stack? If he stacks 30% every turn, that would be very nice. When a super attack is launched as an additional attack, 30% chance for the super attack to come in EX. You're going to be missing this a lot because they have 30% chance to get the raise. A raise attack and defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to enemy. So it seems like with these Tamagamis, you have to get the EX super attack, or else the regular super attack just isn't that great, unfortunately. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the basic effects. Ki +2, attack plus 321, and defense plus 123. 30% dodge. Launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super attack. All allies Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 20%. Puts an additional Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 20% for 2 turns for characters who also belong to the Daima category. This is very nice for Super Saiyan 4 Goku right here. Per Daima category ally attacking in the same turn, attack and defense plus 123% and 30% dodge. For 4 turns from the character's entry turn, 20% dodge and launches an additional. Starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, Ki +12, attack plus 123%, and launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of becoming a super. Attack and defense plus 123% when attacking. When attacking as a second attacker in the turn, attack and defense plus 123% and launches an additional super attack for 7 turns. And when there's a Dragon Ball Seekers or Diamond category enemy, attack and defense plus 123%. So he has 30, 60, 80% dodge off rip, which is very nice. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So he could super up to 5 times. So hopefully we could get some EX supers with that. He has 40% support to Daima. He has key support for Daima, which is very good for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Honestly, I could see me using him just because he has 80% dodge and support. I could 100% see me using this guy. I really love dodging units for free-to-plays. Free-to-play dodging units are my favorite because you can just throw them on the team and they'll just dodge and do their job. Of course, there's a chance that they could get hit, but for the most part, dodgers, like, they dodge some. This guy's a dodger. He has good support in dodging, exactly what we need out of a free-to-play unit. A free-to-play unit should be structured just like a banner unit, so really nice to see this guy. I can definitely see myself using Tamagami number 2. Not sure about Tamagami number 1. He does have damage reduction, but I'm not sure if damage reduction is good enough nowadays. Next up is Tamagami number 3. EX Super greatly raises attack, raises defense for 1 turn, so he stacks attack. First attack is a crit, 70% chance, so he has the Daima Goku EX condition. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Basic effects: Ki +2, attack plus 321%, and defense plus 123%. 30% crit, 30% damage reduction. All allies attack plus 40% plus an additional attack plus 30% for 2 turns for Daima category allies. Per Daima category ally attacking the same turn, attack and defense plus 123%, and chance of performing a critical hit plus 10% for 4 turns from the character's entry turn. Another 20% crit and interrupts the attack to enemy. Starting from the 5th turn from the character's entry turn, Ki +12, attack plus 123%, and 30% chance of interrupting the attacked enemy. When attacking, attack and defense plus 123%. Third attacking the turn, attack and defense plus 123%, and launches an additional super for 7 turns. And when there's a Dragon Ball Seekers or Diamond category enemy, attack and defense was 123%. So this guy's a crit guy. He has 30, 60, 80% crit. He has the interruption, which is very, very, very nice. Having the attack break is very good. Very good, but he has crit. He has no defensive abilities besides his damage reduction, so this guy's just gonna get blown up. So full dodge build, you don't need additionals at all for this guy. Unless you want the defensive stack for 1 turn, but the EX is what you want to go for. So out of all of these, I like Tamagami number 1. He has a bunch of damage reduction, so maybe he could like survive some hits like normals, maybe, question mark, depending on if his stats are like looking pretty good. Tamagami number 2 looks very good with dodge and support. That's all we really need, dodge and support. And then once this runs out, you can just put him in slot 3. Once the 4 turns runs out, you just put him in slot 3 and like hope for the best. And then Tamagami number 3, I think this one's the worst out of the bunch. He has no defensive abilities. He's all crit, all attack. So unless this guy is hitting like for like 9, like I don't really see this guy really being a big deal. So Tamagami number 2 looks the best. Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Int UI Goku are my predictions for the Extreme Z Awakenings coming up soon. So other than that, if you enjoyed watching this video, please remember to leave a like down below and leave a comment on what you think about the Tamagamis and who do you think is coming for the Extreme Z Awakenings. It's very unfortunate that this week there is no like new characters coming out this week besides the Tamagamis, but it is what it is. Not really feeling like anniversary right now, but hopefully part 2 could come in and like change the whole landscape. That's what I'm hoping. Anyways, please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.